right, now it's recording. I know that for sure.
Okay.
Go ahead and give yourself a countdown.
We are checking in with Carl Carlson for 2 visits today. He's with us every month, and I'm in the newsroom, and Carl's in Colorado, and this is going to be the way of the world right now. But Carl, good to see you, and how are you, by the way?
Good to see you. I'm great. I'm out here in snowy Colorado. There's about a foot of snow hit here yesterday.
Yeah, we had 70s yesterday, but a little chillier here today. Talk about the weather and those wild temperature swings. Now we're going to talk about the markets with you. A segment about what's been happening on Wall Street. Then we'll do our regular sponsored segment on your topic you'd like to talk about. But we saw President Trump just really a few days ago with his news conference, and the Dow was down 3,000 points. Carl, what did you want to say about the volatility of the market, these crazy swings, especially on the Dow this week?
So there's several things going on there, Ralph. Number one is there's panic out there just because of all the unknown with the coronavirus and lockdowns, and maybe states and can't even get out of their homes, all unemployment numbers going up. So there's a lot of panic. And that's one. Number two is when there starts to be a lot of trading, then that activity picks up, and there's a volatility measurement called the VIX on the stock market. It's measuring how many trades are happening and how fast. And then there's automated algorithms that say if that is speeding up and there's a lot of trades going on, either depending on the direction, either sell or buy, and that's automated trading happening. And then there's a third thing, which is some people are just sitting back and saying, you know what, this is going to have a fairly major impact on a lot of our companies. Their revenue is going to be down. Therefore, their profits are going to be down at least for the next several quarters, maybe a year. So we're going to go ahead and sell now and then maybe try to pick up something later.
Today, the trading as of this morning up until the noon hour, Carl, was fairly stable and fairly flat. The Dow was only down maybe 25 to 65 points. Can you comment on what you're seeing on the market, particularly today?
Yeah, so Dow's down right now, 180 points.
Okay, a little more.
A little more, but it's been bouncing up and down today. Some of the research that we're doing is saying we may be kind of hitting a low end here and a trough. Where we may not see a lot of the major downs that we've seen getting to this point. Now, having said that, as volatile as things are, we never know. But today it's kind of just level trading, really. There was sometimes it was up a little bit, now it's down a little bit, but it's not big numbers.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah, which that's good.
What's the psychology, Carl, of when it was down into the thousands of points, where the traders jump right back in the next day? What are they thinking when they see that the numbers were down that far?
So part of that is the automated trading that starts happening quickly when it's dropping down. So the traders are going to step back from that and say a lot of that was not really fundamentals. That was just trading happening based on the VIX. So then when they come back in the next day, they're going to try to make some money on that, because realizing it went down farther than it really should have, and they're going to jump back in and start buying at those low numbers.
Okay, Carl, we're going to take a break here, and then we'll be back with some of the things that you want to talk about in our segment with you. Can you stick around? I know you will, right?
I'll stick around, Ralph.
Stick around, friends. More with Carl Carlson right after the break and his segment for this month and some of the topics that he'd like to talk about. Back in a moment. Okay.